We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What really matters is now and what holds in the future. Now, this is what a wise king once said, and now I live by this statement in my everyday life. You see, I'm just a Spanish kid from New York City who loves professional wrestling, and I love professional wrestling video games. My very first wrestling video game that I've ever played was No Mercy Nintendo 64. You see, this game came out in the year 2000. And shout outs to my cousins for always putting me on to wrestling video games. I've played every single game since No Mercy, and I have owned every single WWE game since No Mercy. When I hear some of you guys say, this is my first WWE game, or this is my second or third year playing, it just makes me feel very seasoned. In the comment section below, tell me what was your first WWE game ever played, and who did you play it with? Now allow me to talk about my journey into this Hall of Fame. It all started with a weekly party chat assembly of friends that just wanted to fight, and we called ourselves BWL. Quick shout out to these gentlemen: Monty Banks, Rosini, Dishwasher J, Businessman Z, Chivo Legs, Blitz XP, the Harlem Reaper, and the one and only, the rebellious Sucker Free. 10 of us, including myself, doing weekly cards and defending championships amongst each other for months. Great promos, great stories, and a beautiful time to be alive with people that I genuinely care about. As I said, there was only 10 of us competing, so it gets repetitive and you start to have the same opponents every week. I believe me, Sucker Free, and Blitz XP were rivals fighting for the main prize. Sucker Free and me kept passing the belt back and forth until Blitz XP finally finished his story in a monumental build to become world champion. This is where I learned to be creative with characters, championships, and promos. And this is also where the infamous, the famous grandpa was born. During the same time BWO had weekly cards, I would occasionally play my faction. And they have a rank mode. And this is where I met somebody who some of you may know as Logan Hart Drake. He was a Booker T Trick Williams main in my faction. So when you load into a match and you see either or, you know you was in trouble. We will matchmake against each other so many times in my faction, it got to the point where we started messaging each other GGs and also complimenting each other's playstyles. I had a great rivalry with Sucker Free and Blitz XP and BWL, but I could say with the utmost respect and confidence that Logan Hart Drake is definitely a top 3 rival for me personally in WWE. When we established our rivalry in private messages, he asked me if I was in the league. And I remember mentioning it to Monty, saying that I met this guy on my faction and I'm going to be joining like an esports league, that if you were ever interested, you could join. And he was down, but I went in first. This league is known as EWO. Now, come on, guys. I know I'm known for hating on how things turned out between myself, my friends, and EWO, but allow me to bring up some great memories I've had in EWO. My first appearance was during the mid-season, during something called the Angel, well, sorry, I butchered that, but the Angel Rivera tournament. I got eliminated in the second round, I believe, by none other than that same guy I told you about earlier, Logan Hart Drake. But after the match, I wanted to be this guy's partner, but it was revealed to me that he was already a part of an already egotistical faction known as Limelight. These guys ran everything, had all the championships on locked, walked the walk and talked the talk. And I want to say 2 weeks have passed since my debut match, and I ended up in the group chat trying to be recruited by a veteran. That veteran was Angel Rivera. His ideal vision for this core faction was Black Death, Drake Laser, Brian Roy, Grandpa, and Angel. Now, during this time, I had been in the league for 2 weeks and I already been recruited for a team. I'm super excited. We're getting to know each other in the group chat. We're planning our next promo until Angel joins another faction just hours after creating Black Saint Society. Left us hanging. But us as hungry rookies, we didn't let that bother us. Black Death came up with an idea of replacing Angel with somebody else. We all agreed. Angel's replacement was none other than Emiliano. During the run of the Black Saint Society, we held all the gold. We dethroned Logan Hart Drake's faction Limelight, and we stand by the fact that us five were the greatest rookie faction ever created. We had the world title, the tag titles, and every mid card title there was to offer. Now, after some politics that caused Drake Laser to be removed from the server, we ended up adding Monty Banks as his replacement, and we were still unstoppable. Towards the end of the season, our faction was being targeted by Tyrant Hierarchy, leaving me all alone to carry the BSS name as their world champion. Now, during this time, also, Chandler Paul created MCW, had me and Monty and a team of mods like Tyler Owens and Dalton Cooper oversee the league. With my role in MCW, I've learned how to book matches. I learned from my mistakes as a booker so I could try again the next week and see how I could outdo myself in the previous weeks. During the time of MCW, my partner Monty Bank had a vision. That vision was take Discord Wrestling Esports to the next level. Monty's vision is having different styles of wrestling showcased on a bright light, not only showcasing the style, but also helping the roster become better with every match. Extreme Pro Wrestling, anything goes, all weapons used as an instrument of destruction. Vintage Pro Wrestling, where we prioritize storylines and the craft of using strictly wrestling to showcase art. Underground Pro Wrestling, high flying luchador action while also showing everybody's creativity. If you were down to have a luchador mask, Underground Pro Wrestling was just fun. Baddies Pro Wrestling, for those that wanted to showcase what it is to create your own women's evolution. And of course, Academy Pro Wrestling, where new and returning stars can come back into the ring and work hard to become a part of the main roster. Each style of wrestling and the success of each brand was all Monty Banks' vision. As the general manager of Vintage Pro Wrestling, now named Turmoil, I just want to say thank you to everyone who carried the VPW flag with honor, integrity, and class. You all did so well with scheduling matches, getting it done, and helping me become a better booker every week. I think when Monty I think with Monty's decision to add me into his Hall of Fame was because of my consistency as a booker every week and the satisfaction of the roster whenever a card drops. But the icing on the cake was Dastardly Dimmer's run in EPW and as their world champion. My motto was have no mercy. It came with the character I have envisioned for myself. Started off as a tag team with Monty Banks, becoming, in my opinion, the greatest tag team in tag team history. Just for the simple fact that nobody beat us. We are currently, to this day, an undefeated team. Now, I hope one day we could wear those prisoner outfits one more time against the next big team to test our dominance. So take that as an invitation. Find yourself a soulmate tag team because the Collectors Club never backs down from a fight. We were so dominant, we had to split the tag titles just so somebody else could win them. But also in the same week we won the tag titles, I became the very first EPW World Champion. I have held this championship for 95% of the season. The one thing I really love to hear when we talk about this legendary run is, well, you never beaten me to defend that championship. I love to hear it because every single person on the roster had an opportunity to challenge for this championship this season in so many different ways. For example, the Crown Fall tournament was a direct path to this championship. Every week, Monty Banks booked you guys in contendership matches to earn your right. And if you never faced me for this championship and you were on my brand, that just meant you were simply not worthy. Now shout out to Ray Ultimo for being successful to ending my legendary run inside the Elimination Chamber. You see, Brian Roy won a 50-man tournament, the same tournament I talked about earlier, the Crown Fall, to earn himself a title shot. And he used that right at Eternal Glory, the very last PLE of the season in the main event. Now, this match meant so much to me for many reasons. You see, Brian Roy was my first teammate I won tag team championships with. When people ask me who is my top 5 players, Brian Roy is always a name that pops up in my head, regardless of the record here in SOW. He was a member of the greatest rookie faction ever created, Black Saint Society, alongside me. And in my eyes, he was the greatest world champion I have shared the locker room with. Now, this match between me and Brian Roy, it needed to happen. Before the match, in my head, I wanted to end and retire Dastard Dimma's character just for the simple fact I want to let somebody else take this torch and raise the flag of being a great champion. But that all changed when the referee counted 3 in my match against Brian Roy. I proved that the person who I believed was a top competitor and a great world champion, that I was simply the better man that day. So thank you, Brian Roy. Because of you, I cannot retire Dimma just yet. I just defeated the top 3 players, in my opinion, in a match where the lights were the brightest. I want to do the future of this company what Brian Roy did for me. And that was show me the formula of being a great champion. My goal now is to have an even better run than last season. You see, I'm taking this Mayhem Universal Championship to the next level. The next generation of SOW is here. I want you to look up to me as a great champion as I looked up to Brian Roy during his run in EWO. And when it's all said and done, when the dust settles, and we look back at the very first SOW Hall of Famer, I hope you will remember me as a pioneer, a motivator, a teacher, and a role model for the future of this company. Because we start season 2 SOW draft, I just want to say thank you to each and every single person in the Discord server. You make me a better person every day, and I will be a father soon in just days. And now I am happy for all of you guys to all be uncles. Huge shout out to Monty Banks for being an amazing partner and a brother to me. King Kong for motivating me every day with hard work and dedication and trusting me to help him with his own brand. My mods, Tyler Owens, Smoke Fatu, Swerve Man, Ray Ultimo, Jimmy Harper, Siri, Dean Harper, Dalton the Bear Cooper, Dizza, Dice, Alex Mercer, I appreciate you more than you know as you help me and Monty build this server to be great. And for the future of this league, Sleepy, Lee Carter, Dice, Drake Laser, Black Death, Adam Winters, Tyler Drake's Chris Matthews, Alex Reed, Brock Davis, Tarzan, Ace Riley, Mason Ryan, Tyler Owens, Smoke Fatu, Dalton the Bear Cooper, Swerveman Chizzy, Ace Flowers, Eli Asriel. The list goes on. My one advice to you is show no mercy. Because what really matters is now and what holds in the future. And my future is the SOW Hall of Fame. I love you guys.
Mankind accepts that it can never defeat the disasters of nature. I'm one of them. That's what makes me God.
What really matters is now and what holds in the future.